I am usually not an overthinker type of guy, but my wife's behavior patterns are a little off to me, and I need to see if Stan would think the way I'm thinking or if I'm overthinking things. She randomly has to pop out of the house for weird, dumb stuff. For example, she's not a germophobic person at all, but now all of a sudden, when we get to the restaurant, soon as we get to the table, she'll say, "Let me go wash my hands before I order." She ain't never been like that before. She never cared about washing her hands before. She always takes her phone with her to the bathroom, and then she takes a long time to wash her dumbass hands. That's what he said, y'all. Or she will go outside to our garage randomly saying she left something in her car. She gonna take that phone with her, and then she takes a long time to find whatever it is and she was looking for in the car, and then she'll come back and say it wasn't in there. I am the person who always gets our groceries. She never goes. Now she volunteers. I'll go to the grocery store and get the groceries. So she always takes her phone with her around the house. She leaves it face down no matter where we are. The last thing, I walked in on her unexpectedly in her office that's down in our basement, and she had that little rose toy down there with her by herself.
Yeah,
It's just weird random stuff, and my mind won't rest thinking that she's playing games in my face. But we've been married for 9 years, and yes, the first few years were rocky, but things have been great for the last 2 to 3 years. No reason for her to be doing anything out of pocket, but something doesn't feel right. Have I turned into an overthinker, Stan? I don't want to bring this to her and have her get all upset with me and going off on me. Or should I just leave it alone? Honestly, things in our marriage have been really good these last 2 to 3 years. 2 to 3 years. So I really pray that my mind is playing tricks on me.
Mm.
Mm,
Okay.
mm.
So yeah, nah, your mind not
What,
playing
what you
tricks.
mean? You said
So
yeah and
yeah,
no.
nah. So at the end of the day, I will say this: it's a conversation, but I will tell you that I don't think your mind is playing tricks on you. This sister is displaying some behavior that shows that she has a side this or this. She's either carpet munching or she got some side penis. That's
Staying
just
long.
what's happening. So the reason I'm telling you this is because she is displaying some behavior that's obvious that she's being distracted from you, is what I'm saying. So I don't know if this is penis at this point. This might be another situation. But what I'm telling you is something's going on, right? And so I'm trying to break it to you gently. I'm trying to figure a way to explain to you that this young lady definitely is being distracted by something, right? And so it's worth a conversation for sure. Never assume anything, right? You have to bring it to her. And you can't worry about if someone's going to get upset and this and that, because sometimes that happens when you even telling the truth. People get offended because they're deflecting. But you still have to have the tough conversation with her because it's making you feel away. So you have to explain to her how it's making you feel and what she's doing. And I think that it could, I don't think she'll admit it to you, but yeah, I think that she may be having a situation on you.
Is so
That's just
that's
my
what you
opinion.
think. You would think that like with all of these little weird things she's doing, she's probably doing something.
I mean, normally if it's quacking and flapping and it's a duck, normally, that's just the way it is. And so I'm not saying that it has to be that,
Hmm.
but I'm saying not only does it sound like a side piece, but it sounds like it might even be the same sex side piece. I'm
And what
just
would make you say that? Because she had the
well,
rose,
well, not well, she's not just entertaining that rose, she's entertaining someone on the phone with the rose.
right? But that
And
could be.
so I don't know that it's a male or female, but I think that it's further off than that. I think that she's really having a situation, and I don't think it's just sexual. I think it's mental too. I think she's attached to someone else. Is what I'm saying. That's the trouble. So I could
Mm,
be wrong, but I really strongly believe, based on these incidents, because it's a lot of
yeah,
them. And you know how they say everybody don't get together and tell the same lie? They don't know each other.
you don't have all
So
these
all these
incidents.
incidents don't show up and allude to something if it's not something. So it could be just, his
You know
mind
when I
playing tricks. But I
yeah.
don't think that's real. I think that you really have you onto something, and she's really playing. She's playing. And so yeah.
I will say that I think that it's something too. Like usually standing on something, a lot of times we don't agree, but this time I actually agree with you for to a certain extent. Like I don't go as far as to say whether she's got a side piece
They
of
bumping.
penis
They
or
not bumping.
no, that
I
doesn't
think
mean
they
anything.
bumping.
It doesn't mean anything. But it does mean that she's distracted by something, right? And I gotta go find something in the garage in my car. I take my phone. I take a long time, but when you come back, you ain't even got nothing.
So
What
you're
you?
having conversations, is what I'm saying. You're doing things. That phone won't
Yeah,
go
you gotta go
without you.
call him back.
And so you have to go call him back. You have to, or him or her back. You have to allude to. So this is why that phone and you attached to the hip. Like, yeah, y'all not y'all like this. And so
Mm-hmm.
it's a reason for that. And obviously you're doing something. And so he knows it because he
I think
feels it.
so too. It's
When you're
just
in a relationship, you can feel when somebody not doing right by you. You can feel it. And so normally your first instinct is the one.
yeah, I agree with you. I just hate this because he said they've been married for 9 years, and marriages is tough. Like he said, the first few years of marriage was rocky for them, and he's thinking that it's smoothed out now. It's 9 years, so the tough part is like years 1 through 5, 6, 7. But and now he's like, damn, we in the good part now. He thinking things are going good, and she on dumb stuff, and I hate that. But I do agree, babe. I think she's on to some. I think she's doing something. It's probably another penis
So
involved.
what if it's a female?
Oh, it could be,
So
but
then what do you do if you a female and you like other females, but you done met this dude and you like the dude, but you don't want to tell him about your other side? Like,
huh?
so like, what if she feels a way about him knowing? Like she feels like he may not allow it or whatever the case
Well, if
is,
they're
but it's a
married, of course not. If you're married, there's two people. If it's a girl
well,
or a
wait,
boy, it
wait,
don't
wait.
matter.
No, no, marriage consists of what you make it. It's not necessary.
N-
Yeah, it's
no.
it's how you and your household is set up. It's not
Well,
just
that's just where we don't agree. I feel like what I've read about marriage is two people. I didn't. I that's just my opinion about it. And
where you
so
read this at?
I've read it. Adam and Eve. Adam just had Eve. He didn't have
Did you bring up
Eve.
the Bible?
I'm just saying,
The
yes,
one that tells
married.
the one that says you can have many wives?
Well, we that's different. That's
Oh, it's
different.
different.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
different.
oh, that was in the east.
If you
Oh,
want to
we in the
stand on
west.
that and say, well, men have different wives, that's different because
It's not in the Bible.
but they're not bringing all their wives together
How
in
many
the.
did Solomon have?
I'm not talking about that. He didn't have them all together, is what I'm saying.
He had 700.
In his marriages with his 700
300
women,
concubines.
he was in a marriage with that woman at that time, and then that one, not together.
No, no, no. I said he had 700 wives. 300
Okay, well, we not
concubines.
we here
That's the Bible
today.
you talking about, right?
Anyway,
And so all I'm saying is if she wanted to bring something there, it should be a discussion instead of playing the game. She don't have to go behind his back. She should be honest and talk to him, is what I'm saying. She should come to her man and say, this is what I really like, and I've been sliding. I don't want to.
what if it's a penis though? You go to him and say, "I've been sliding with another penis. Can I still get that penis and yours?" Well, like, how does this work?
That don't work.
Right, so that's wrong. Then, so she can talk to him if it's another woman and say, "Hey, I'm slipping off with another woman. Can I still do this?"
Yeah.
But if it's another man, no,
Yeah,
that
nah,
doesn't work.
And so yeah, it doesn't work.
No
And
way. Either way.
and so,
So
but either one of them wouldn't work at the end of the day. I'm just
no,
saying it's a possibility that could be both.
right.
So at the end of the day, all I'm trying to tell you is she's doing something on
She
the
is.
side, and I feel
She is.
strongly that she's really sliding on you. And I think that she just don't want to tell you that, and this is why she's sneaking off and trying not to hurt your feelings and such. And so you have to be smart. You can feel when somebody
Right,
not
but
right.
it's not breakupable, like Stan said.
What's breakupable for you?
What's breakupable for me?
Because you think the devil got some good in him.
No, what's breakupable for me if you're married, if you sleep with my mother or my sister or something like that.
That's the only thing.
That's breakupable. If you sleep with my mother or my sister, or you get somebody pregnant, that's
the
those are
line.
yeah,
That's your line.
yeah, those things. Or if you with another man, that's those things are to draw the line. Or